Today's episode is about FTM binding. If you're a newbie or you just don't know what that means, it's female to male binding. So if you weren't looking for a trans video, you were at one of my other random videos that has nothing to do with anything, and you just clicked on this and this isn't where you want to be and you have no interest in trans information, then you can go ahead and go look for another video now, because this will have all zero interest to you. But if this was what you were looking for, then great. Don't go away. That'd be tears. Very sad. So, if you're a noob and you don't really know what this is, binding is for FTMs. And the point of a binder is just sort of hold it all in, you know, make yourself look as flat as is possible with whatever you've developed so far. So there are lots of ways you can bind. I've heard of people using duct tape and things like that. Don't use duct tape. I personally have never done it. But just thinking about that, duct tape sounds extremely painful. Duct tape can damage your ribs, your lungs. It'll redistribute your whole chest. Just don't use duct tape. It's, you know, it's airtight. It'll completely suffocate you. Just don't do it. It's extremely bad for you. I've also heard of people using ace bandages. It can work. That can also do damage, not nearly as much as duct tape, but it can work. But they're like $20 or something. They don't last very long, and you can't generally swim in them. So I mean, you could use that, but I wouldn't recommend it. You know, it's ace bandages and duct tape are not really a good way to go. But I mean, everything will hurt to some degree. Binders in general hurt. I mean, you're not meant to be, you know, squishing everything down and flattening it out. You know, that's not what your body is built to take in. But if you're an FTM, it helps with making you more comfortable. So there are many different ways you can bind, though. Like for example, I'm wearing one of my more mild binders today. As you can tell, I don't know if you can tell or not, let's hope you can. I'm kind of a bigger chested person, you know, like I've got a mild binder and there's still some bump boobage there. But one of my more mild ones, like I have on today, would be like, I just like to take like a sports bra or something, and then you go along the rib line and pull it back as much as you can, and just like take like, okay, let's see what I have in the room. Like a hair tie, like this or something. And then you just tie it in, and then you tuck the little ponytail you then have coming off the back of your bra in, so that, you know, that way you can't really see it in any shirt that you're wearing, that, you know, something's bumping off of it. And if, you know, you still feel like that's not helping enough, then you can, you know, like take your straps and you can pull them back as well. And you can do a number of things. You could take a ponytail holder and sort of just like weave it through and tighten it. You could take bobby pins. It'll take a lot of bobby pins, and you can, like, you know, snitch them together so that it pulls everything in. You know, there's a lot you can do with a sports bra. And I mean, it hurts. All binders will hurt to some degree, but you know, it's one of the more comfortable, more mild ways to do things. There are other ways I bind, like, let's see if I can find any. Okay, messy room. Messy room. Okay, well, okay, well, obviously my room needs just a little bit of cleaning, and I can't find my other binder, but this will work. This is my emergency backup one. I always wear a sports bra underneath because this kind of material, just it's not comfortable. It's not. But what you do with this is it works just like an ace bandage. You know, you just like, you would wrap it, probably can't see this, but you would like wrap it around, tie it in a knot, and you know, it would just sort of press everything in. And that you can tighten as much as you want, and it has a sort of bigger effect. Also, wearing layers or loose clothes can help a lot with the project. Okay, what else? Never bind overnight, you know, like, it's not good for you, it's really not. You know, it, like, rearranges the breast tissue, you know. If you're binding too tight for too long, you can screw up your rib cage, you know, give yourself asthma, hurt your lungs, like, just bad stuff. So, you know, never bind overnight. Like, don't bind at home with no one around if you don't have to. Like, if you're just feeling really uncomfortable that day, then, you know, go ahead, bind. Like, it's important that you feel good about yourself. But at the same time, you know, you really don't want to cause long-term injuries. So, you know, like, if you're going to school or out in public or someplace, and then, you know, like, bind. But, you know, don't bind around the clock. Don't bind for too long, because, you know, you're going to hurt yourself. You really are. So if you have any other tips or ideas for binding, you know, comment down below. But, you know, don't say anything, like, dangerous or something that could seriously cause someone to hurt themselves, because, you know, we don't want to be telling people, you know, potentially dangerous stuff that's going to scar them quite literally for life. So, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and like this video. Bye!